Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm sorry for not doing this on Thursday, but I had specific things going on. Um, Here we are doing it today. So let's get to it. In the figure below, circle C has tangent line SR and SQ and diameter PQ. If measure of angle Q as SR equal 46, what is the measure of angle QPR, which is this angle, this angle right here. So let's look at it. So to solve this one, we might actually need to draw another line. So if we do this, it's also going to be a radius. And now we can use some helpful information to solve this. They're saying that Q and R are tangent lines, and tangent lines are perpendicular, so they make 90 degrees angle. Now, another thing. We know that the sum of the angle is 360. So I can say that 360 plus 90, 360 equal 90 plus 90 plus 46. And then I'm missing this one. I'm just gonna call it x. This one right here, x plus x. So 90 plus 90, 180 plus 46 is 26. So 360 equal to 26 plus x. Let me just make sure about that. So 90 plus 46, yes. And then 3a, I cancel. Okay, I'm just gonna take it here. So I can subtract 226 from both sides. So this cancels out. And here we have x equal 134. And if you want to check it, so it will be 360 minus 134. And that's the measure of this angle right here. Now, with this measure, we can calculate this one. We are going to call y. Because, like, y, I don't know why I say y. Okay, these two angles add up to 180 degrees since they are over the same line. So I can say that 134 plus y equal 180. Now if I subtract 134 from both sides, I have y equal, this cancels out, and 80 minus 134 is just 44. So this one right here equals 44. And this is where it comes. We needed this angle. We're gonna go z. Oh wait, just angle p. We need angle p. Now, these two are the radius of the circle. And the radius of the circle are equal. Therefore, this angle right here, that is an isosceles triangle, and this angle right here will also be angle P. So I can say P plus P, because these two angles equal since the triangle is isosceles, plus Y, which is 44, equal 180. Now 2P, and then plus 44 equal 180. I can subtract 44 from both sides. Let me just take it here. Oops. Here. I can subtract 44 from both sides. So this cancels out. So 2p equal 136, and then I divide it by 2, and p equal 68. So you want to make sure 136 divided by 2 is 68. Oh, here is 46. I don't know what happened. Sorry about that. I was like, this doesn't make sense. So yeah, this is 46. So now it'll be 134 and this will be 67, which is choice D. Sorry about that. Now let's see the next one. A satellite orbits Mars. When it reaches S, it is about 12,000 kilometers above the planet. What is X, the measure of the arc visible to the camera, visible to a camera in the satellite? Okay, so the distance it is 12,000 kilometers. Now, to solve this, we need to take into consideration some things. Again, I'm going to draw something. So I'm saying this is the middle, and these two radius. The radii, I think is how you say it. I'm not sure though. Okay, now the tangential line, they say that A and B is tangential. Well, they don't say it, but we can actually see it. So I'm saying this is 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees. Also, is the orbit that you can see. So they should be tangential because of the distance. So okay, yeah, I did it right. Now this will be 90 degrees, will be 90 degrees. So we can solve for this angle. So I'm going to go C. So I can say that 90 plus 90 plus C plus 38 equal 360. So 90 plus 90, 180 plus 38 is 218. So 218 plus C. And if we want to make sure, 180 plus 3, so equal 360. And then we subtract 218 from both sides. Now this will be C equal 142 if I'm not mistaken. So 360 minus, yeah, 142. 142. Now, something to realize is that this is a central angle and this is the arc corresponding to a central angle, which this arc is going to be equal to the angle. So this arc right here is 142 degrees. So x equal 142. And that's basically it. Let's continue. An archaeologist found part of the circular wall that surrounds an ancient city. They measured the distance shown. The distance shown. Okay. The 272 meter segment lies on a line through the center of the circular wall. What is the diameter of the circular wall? Round your answer to the nearest meter. So basically for this one we can use a theorem we have used before. So you remember, I'm just going to call the diameter D. So I used this in this topic like 2 weeks ago. So we are going to multiply the small one, which is gonna be 310 times the whole thing, which is 310 plus 805. And this needs to be equal to the other small one, 272 times the whole thing, which is 272 plus d. So if I multiply this, 310 and 310 plus 805 is 115. If we want to make sure, yep, equal 272 times 272. So 272 squared is 73984 plus 272d, and then 310 times 1115 is 345650. Okay, and this is equal 7 is equal to the same value, and then I can subtract, oops, I can subtract this from both sides, so we can cancel out. So 345650 minus 73984 is 271,666. That's going to be 271. Yeah, 71,666 equal to 72d. Yes, we're going to copy this and put it on the side. So, okay. And then I'm just going to divide by 272. This is 6. So this cancel and d of diameter is approximately 998.772, which they say that meters, so 999. And that's our answer. Now let's see, circles in the coordinate plane. Okay, this is a lot easier since only one theorem applicable for everything. So, the thing is that when you're, for example, for a circle, um, that its center is in A, comma B, the equation will be x minus A squared plus y minus B squared, and radius equal r, so radius equal r squared, and this is a center. So if the center is in negative 2, 3, it will be x minus minus 2, which is plus 2, this square plus y minus 3, and this is square, and then if you see that the equation, the r is square, there will be 5 square, which is the same as 25. So this right there is our answer, so it will be x plus 2, y minus 3, and 25. Oh, x plus 2, I said. Yep. Now here, more of the same. So I will have x minus 7 squared plus y minus 3, which is the same as saying plus 3, square. You remember minus times minus is positive, so it's plus. And then we have 4 square, you know, the radius square. So 4 square is 16. So first we take away the one that says 4. Now we have x minus 7 plus 3, which is choice D. Now let's look at 40. Okay, we have the center. It will be x minus 3 square plus y minus 1, which is plus 1 square equal. Now they're giving us the diameter. And we need to be, we need to be very careful with that. The diameter is twice the radius. So we need to say the diameter D equal to R, like 2 radius, twice the radius. So 8 equal to R, we divide by 2. Now we have that 4 equal R. So 4 is the radius, so it will be 4 squared, which is the same as 16. So I take out the one that says 64, and then I have minus 3 plus 1, which is choice A. Now for 41, we have the center. First of all, let's see the center, and now we'll calculate the radius. So I will say x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equal. We don't know the radius yet, but we can start like getting out a specific option. So we can take out this. Why? Because the center is 2 comma 3. We don't care about the point it passes through. It is only for the radius to calculate it now. The center is 2 comma 3, so it will be either A or C. Now let's see. We need to use the distance formula, you know. Distance equals square root of x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 or y2 minus y1, it doesn't matter, squared. So distance, with, you know, 5 minus 2 square plus 3 minus 3 square. So this will be equal square root of 3 square plus 0, and the square root of 3 square is just 3. So 3 is our radius. But our answer is not 3 because that's our radius. We're looking for radius squared, which is gonna be 9, which is option C. Now 42. Equation of circle with center. Okay, let me calculate the center. So it'll be x minus 2, which is the same as saying plus 2 square plus y minus 3 square equal. Now we need to calculate the radius. So let's calculate the radius. We use the distance formula. We have, and it will be 4 minus 2, so 4 plus 2 square plus minus 3 square, and it will be 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 square plus minus 6 square. 6 squared is 36, so 36 negative 6 squared is also 36. This equals square root of 72. So the radius is square root of 72. Now since we are doing the radius square, we can just cancel out and we'll get equal 72. So we take out this, and now we say plus 2. So plus 2 minus 3, which is option A. Now let's see 43. Okay, the points 1, 4, and 3, 2 are the endpoints of the diameter of the circle. what is the standard equation of the circle? First, we need to calculate the midpoint. Why? Because the middle point of the diameter is the center. Like if you have a circle like this, and you make a diameter, this middle point right here is the center, you see? You know, the diameter goes in the center, all the diameter, it is in the center, and it's going to be always like that. So let's use the midpoint formula, which is m, like the midpoint, equal a1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. So midpoint equal 1 is, oops, x1 is 1, x2 is negative 3 over 2. Um, oh no, I did it right. I'm sorry. I was just looking at something. And now y1 is 4 and y2 is 2. So 4 plus 2 over 2. This is common. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2 over 2. Comma 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 over 2. Midpoint equal negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. Comma 6 over 3, 2 is 3. So negative 1 comma 3. So if I'm doing the formula of the circle, it will be x minus 1, so x plus 1 square plus y minus 3 square equal. Now I need the radius, but let's look at this. I can take out a and b based on what we just solved. Now let's look at the radius. We have the diameter, so we can either calculate the distance from a point to the midpoint or the distance from the 2 points they give in the question and divide it by 2 because that's the diameter. But I'm just gonna calculate it to the midpoint so I don't have to divide it at the end. We can choose either of the 2 points. So I'm just going to say distance formula is gonna be a square root of, I'm gonna say 1 minus and minus 1. So 1 plus 1 square plus 4 minus 3. Where this is plus because minus minus 1 minus minus is positive. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it at the side. So d equal square root of 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 square plus 4 minus 3 is 1. So 1 square. And 2 square equal 4. 1 square equal 1. The distance with the distance formula, which is the radius, equals square root of 5. Now, since the radius is square root of 5, the radius, when we're doing the formula, it is r squared. So it will be square root of 5 squared. So we can cancel out and we're going to get 5. So we can say this is not an answer. We choice C. Now, what is the curvature of the circle? That is center, has that diameter, so the center is that. So we say x minus 0 squared plus y minus 5 squared. And the diameter is 18, so we know diameter equal to r. So 18 equal to radius. Radius will be equal 9. So this will be equal 9 squared. And if we do simplify this, x minus 0 is just x, so it will be x squared plus y minus 5 squared, and 9 squared is 81. So we take out this. We have y minus 5, which is d. Now let's look at 40. On a coordinate plane, circle O has its center at the point 2, 3. The point negative 1, 1 is on circle O. Which of these statements are correct? Select all. that are correct. O sea, I mean, all are right. So the radius of the circle can be found by doubling the distance between 2,3 and negative 1,1. That's false. Remember, the radius is like basically they're saying that the circle is something like this. This is 2,3, which is the center, and somewhere over here is negative 1, comma, negative 1. This right here is this radius. Is we double the distance, we get the diameter. So this is false. The equation describes the circle. Let's see. This is right, but we still don't know the radius, so we need to find that out. The radius of the circle y can be found by finding the distance between 2,3 and 1 negative 1,1. Yes, this is true. The diameter of the circle can be found by finding the distance between the 2 points. No, it can be found by doubling. And doubling like the distance between those 2 points. So, no. The equation describes the circle. First of all, no, because it will be negative 2 and negative 3. Remember, we write the negative. We write the negative. Now here we have the negative, but we have a 25. So to know if either B or F are right, we need to find the radius. So let's do it. Using the distance formula, I'm going to say 2 minus 1, which is plus 1 squared, plus 3 minus 1, which is plus 1 squared. Distance equal square root of 3. 2 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 4. So 4 squared. Distance equal 9 plus uh, 16 is equal to square root of 25. So the radius is going to be equal to 5. Now you know that the formula, it is r squared, so it is the radius square, and 5 times 5 is equal to 25. So this F is the one that is true, and B is false. So F is one of our answers. Yep. Now 46. A circle is drawn in the coordinate plan below. What is the equation of the circle shown? First, as we can say, we can just label this as negative 4, negative 3, negative 2. Wait, negative, no, positive, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is negative 1, negative 2. So the center is at 1, comma, negative 2. Now it says the center will be x minus 1 squared plus y minus 2, which is plus 2 squared. And now we want to know the diameter. We can say 1, 2, 3. So the diameter is going to be 3. This is going to be 3 squared. Diameter, no, the radius, I'm sorry. So r squared is just 3 squared, which is going to be equal to 9. So it is x minus 1. This is not. So we don't know when, even we don't know when the radius we will got it right, but okay, I think I did something wrong. Minus 1 plus 2. This doesn't make sense. I think that the exercise is wrong. That has happened before. So this is the right answer. Please let me know if I'm mistaken, but I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. So yeah, it was actually weird. But let's keep going. Alright. Write an equation for circle O showing in the graph below. Alright. So first, it should be the scale. So this is -1. This is 1, 2. And something that we can do is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we can just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. So our equation of the center is -1, comma 2. Okay, I don't know what happened there. So -1 comma 2, so it will be x minus 1, so x plus 1 square plus y minus 2 square equal 6 square, which is the same as 36. So we can take out this, and then we have plus 2 and minus 2. So this is not the answer, and we have C. Let me just check something else. Nah, never mind. I don't know what happened there. No. For an equation for the graph shown below. Okay, we can just use the graph for this. We don't need to calculate the distance. So we have that x minus 1, which is plus 1, squared plus y minus 3 squared. Um, I want to make sure this is to scale. So this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. So yeah, we're right. So we can just count this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The radius is 5. Why do I know it? Because I can just count the squares. Each square is equal 1, as you can see. We just make sure that one's right. So this will be equal 5 squared, which is 25. So this is not, and then it will be plus 1 minus 3. This is not, and this is plus 1 minus 3. Remember, the equation is winners with the center, not with the points on the circle. Now, what is the equation for the circle shown below? So I'm just going to suppose, I'm just going to draw this, and I'm just drawing diameters, and from one point of the circle to the other, or a vertical diameter and a horizontal diameter. And I need to make sure it is divided in half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, and the radius is 5 in each. Oops, oops, oops. So the radius is 5 in each case. Now we want to know the coordinates. I'm just gonna say 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. That one right there is -4, and this is -1, -2, -3. So the coordinates of the center are -3, comma -4. And the radius is 3, so it will be x minus minus 3, so x plus 3 square plus y minus minus 4, so y plus 4 square equal 5 square, which is 25. So I take out this is not, and this is not. These are not the signs. So our answer is B. Now which graph represent the circle? So first we have 2. Remember, this is r square, so r square equals 4. So if we do the square root from both sides, we have r equals 2. The square root of 4 is equal to 2. So this has a radius of 2. This has a radius of 2. This is just too big. The radius here is 4, not 2. Now, if this is equation, it means that it's the opposite. So it will be x minus 2. So it will be 2 comma negative 4. Because we need the opposite sign. So which of the two is in 2 comma negative 4? This one is in 2 comma negative 4. So this right here is our answer. This one is in negative 2 comma 4, which is the opposite. So wait, this is our answer. Now let's look at 51. This graph represents the equation. So first, let's look at the radius. We have r squared equals 16. So we do the square root from both sides. This cancels out and r equals square root of 16, which is going to be 4. And here we do have 4. Oh wait, this is, okay, look. This is 2. So here we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Here we have 8, which is not what we're looking for. And the same we have here. Now, in this case, we have 1, like 2, 4. Because see, they're going from 4 to 6. And this is really, really important. Because it can throw us off, we can get confused. We always need to look at that. So 4 to 2. So this is 2, 2, which is going to be 4. So these two are fine with the radius. Now let's look at the position. So as I say, it's going to be the opposite sign, so it will be negative 4 comma 6. So this is in negative 4 comma 6. So this is our answer. Wait, this is our answer. This one is in 4 comma negative 6. And now the equation of the circle. What are the center and radius of the circle? Okay, the center first, the x has no number, so it will be 0. And then comma, the opposite of 7, which is the opposite of negative 7, which is 7. So we can take out a and b. Now you know this is r squared, so r squared equals 16. So we do the square root of both sides, this cancels out. So r equals square root of 16, r equals 4. So this is not. So our answer is C. I'm just going to do two more. Yeah, 53 and 54. I'm sorry. So, and you know this is the opposite, so it will be 5 comma negative 3, which is either B or C, B or D, I'm sorry. And now we know this is R squared. R squared is going to be equal to 10. So if we do the square root of both sides, I have the R equal a square root of 10. So this is not, this is not. Oh, here we have, we have positive 3 instead of negative 3. We could basically do it without the radius in this case. But always good to know. Now in this case, 54, the last one, center of radius. So first the center, the opposite, so 3 comma negative 3. So let's look at this, 3 comma negative 3, either A or C. Now let's look at the radius. You know the radius, r squared is going to be equal to 36. So we do a square root of both sides, this cancels out. You have the r equals square root of 36, which is 6. So we take out this and our answer is A. So I hope you guys understood everything and we'll continue next week with more problems. Well,